Coaching. Pop-up menu. You have 3 options. Depth chart is selected. Entering.
And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league.
Cancel.
Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run here with Etienne. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Watson. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 6. Here's Watson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's a give to Etienne. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd and 7, Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run with McFarland. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Anthony McFarland, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
L1 button. L1 button.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Cross button. R1 button. Triangle button. Square button. Circle button. Triangle button. Circle button. Square button. Triangle button.
To throw.
Square button.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
A give running right, Etienne. A 1st down and more, Etienne.
And he'll be taken down at the 26. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now Etienne.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8 coming up.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9.
Cross button. Cross button. R1 button. Triangle button. Cross button.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Square button.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
R1 button. Triangle button. Square button. Cross button. Triangle button.
They go play action here
Square
on
button.
1st down.
Circle button. Circle button. Circle
He's going
button.
to let this go for the end zone.
Cross button.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The left side completion to Jones. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. A handoff for ETN. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. ETN with it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's ETN. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
ETN. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Travis Etienne hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Second and 8.
Cross button, R1 button, circle button, R1 button, cross button, R1 button, cross button, R1 button, cross button, triangle button, circle button,
They'll look to throw.
triangle button, square button.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watson looks to throw again.
He'll get this one complete to Darden.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Watson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Next to score, Texans 27, Saints nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Circle button. Circle button. Circle button.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Triangle button.
They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Cross button. Circle button. Triangle button.
On play action.
Triangle button. Square button. Square button.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. After the interception, here's Watson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
The final shot before the break, Watson. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Square button.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
R1 button. Circle button. R1 button. R1 button. Circle
On
button.
3rd and short, they'll try and
Circle
pick it
button.
up through the air.
Square button.
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Watson now to throw.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. Touchdown!
Brevin Jordan.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Texans 34, Saints nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Circle button.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
R1 button. Circle button. R1 button. Circle button. R1 button. Triangle button. Cross button.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Cross button.
It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Cross button. Square button. Circle button. R1 button. R1 button. Cross button.
Off the play fake.
Circle
He'll
button.
look to throw.
Square
He's going
button.
to fire one deep
Square
into the
button.
field.
And It's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. A shotgun snap for Watson.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
First down, Houston.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
R1 button. R1 button. R1 button. R1 button. Square button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Square button.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
ETN once more.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 44, Watson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Watson.
A slant to Jones. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13, Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Second and 16.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he's got his receiver, Cooper. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This is Smith. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Fourth down, off goes Watson. On comes Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Robinson.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Second down, Jacobs once more.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Saints on third down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
R1 button. R1 button. R1 button. Square button. Circle button. Triangle button.
He'll look to throw.
Triangle button. Square button.
Complete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
R1 button. Square button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Square button. Square button.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Button.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On first down. It's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. That catch good for only a couple.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw again on second down. Watson. He completes it to Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From the gun, Watson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let it fly, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
R1 button. R1 button. R1 button. Triangle button. Cross button. Square button.
They'll set up to
Square
throw.
button.
This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Square button. Square button. Triangle button. Cross button. Square button. Cross button. Triangle button. Circle button.
They'll
Circle
set up
button.
a throw. And he'll find Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Triangle button. R1 button. Circle button. R1 button. R1 button. R1 button. Cross button. Circle button.
They'll stick with the
Circle
passing
button.
game as he looks to throw.
That's complete to Troutman, right side.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
R1 button. Circle button. Square button. Cross button. Square button. R1 button.
Here's a
Square
play
button.
fake as they set up to
Triangle
throw.
button.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my
Triangle
efforts,
button.
I go harder.
R1 button.
In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less.
Cross button.
Do what you're
Square
supposed
button.
to do, but don't
Cross
take
button.
on the pressures of
Cross
doing
button.
more and trying to do
Triangle
your
button.
teammates' jobs as
Triangle
well.
button.
If you do
Cross
that,
button.
that's really going to lead you to more
Circle
issues.
button. Circle button.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
R1 button. Cross button. Triangle button. R1 button. Circle button. Square button. Square button.
One final
Cross
shot.
button.
They'll look to throw.
Triangle button.
He's going to let it fly.
Triangle button.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Houston, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.
Post-game
I'm
report.
Brandon
Players
Gunn.
stat,
Certainly have to thank
scores,
Charles Davis, my
new
broadcast
highlights.
partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Zero, 116. Two. Two, 245. 254. 432. 501. Five 31. 559. 1, 2. 205. 446. $5.55. Seven. Zero 16. Zero 50. 053. One 17. One 36. One 41. One 157. 20. 243. 312. F 532. Six oh five. Six 53. 7 0 18 127 656. Post-game report player stats. Entering screen player stats. Team Hugh. Rushing selected. Team No. Team Hugh. Team Hugh. Team No. Team No. Receiving selected. Team Hugh. Team Hugh. Team Hugh. Team No. Team Hugh. Team No. Team No. Team No. Team No. Team Hugh. Blocking selected. Defensive selected. QB's X 1.0. QB's X 1.0. QB's X 1.0. QB's X 1.0. Interception 0. Interceptions 2. Interceptions 1. Interceptions 1. Interception 0. Post-game report players. Finish game.